You're watching the In Vegas style. And if this is the first time to the channel, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm glad you are here. Now, this time around, I review a channel that last posted 11 months ago. Now, this channel here was made back on April 21st, 2016, and had 17 videos. So now, the first video was made about 3 years ago. So in that time, she's accomplished quite a feat. Hiimmarymary is the name of the channel. And she has over 2,585,262 subscribers. Now, this channel had all kinds of followings, and it was posted on Reddit, and people were questioning it. Is it real? Is it fake? And what have you? And it did turn out to be just a channel that a girl made, and it turned out to be pretty popular. So with that, here is just my review on my thoughts on the last video that was made. If you want to see my previous review on this, go ahead and take down in the description below. Make sure to go to her channel and make sure, to give her that proper view so that she can get that view, get that money, what have you. I highly encourage you to take a look at her channel. And with that, here we go. All right. So right off in the beginning, it starts off slow. You really can't see her. It's just very quiet, and you're wondering if there's any sound at all. As you start progressing through it, there's a scene where you have an entity in a hood, exposed arms, kind of like me right now at this point, and I thought was just a little cheesy in my perspective, because I feel that effects right here could have been used instead of just kind of like moving your arm and stuff like that, right? So, but nonetheless, it's still a good video. So in the beginning, it's a matter of what do you want, right? Why are you here? So the video ends up going through her house. She's going after this entity, and in the very beginning of this video, what ends up happening is that entity tosses her out the house. Okay, so the effect, it turned out to be okay. I thought the transition was pretty good, but what ends up happening is after this point right here, I think that something should have been changed within it, because once you get outside, there's a whole ton of walking around. Now, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but the thing about it is it's a lot of, I'm confused, I'm lost. What am I doing here? I don't know how to get out of here. And it's kind of like she's just going into the woods, or it just repeats itself over and over, just kind of like I am right now. And so it gets a little monotonous in the beginning, and you end up spending probably a good 15 minutes worth of your time going through this. As you can see here, she's still in the woods, and what turns out is, from the previous videos, if you've seen them, this inkish type illusion, right? This entity that's haunting her keeps on popping up within the woods, and she ends up following this. Well, the thing is, it looks like some kind of ink, right? That's just kind of moving around. The effect, sometimes it's good. It depends on how the video is shot. And what I mean by that is because sometimes she has the distortion going on, right? The editing, and that makes it look a little bit better. But there is a ton of that. And it does become a bit tiring as you go through this, because it's a matter of, I'm lost, I don't know how to get back, and it's kind of like an anger issue. It's a struggle of trying to figure out, why do you want me here, and what am I doing in these woods? So that's kind of where this goes here. Now, through the scenes of the forest, you can tell that she has a GoPro camera on her head. So, and this is where I feel like it gets problematic, because it gets very difficult in trying to hear what she's saying. Now, I say it's a GoPro camera because every now and then you can hear that the camera actually gets knocked, kind of gets hit and tapped or whatever, and you can actually hear that sound. Now, when another character gets involved into the scene, you can tell that it was edited in because it is louder. So one of those, or the majority of that scene within that garden, as she calls it, but more like a forest, is problematic because you really had to turn up that sound. Again, maybe it's because they wanted you to hear that ambient sound, and they wanted to really have you reeled in, but it didn't work out for me. Now, Towards the end of this, it starts getting a little bit more interesting. They use more effects. They're inside the house. Things are happening, right? It goes back into the past videos. So I thought that part was well done. That's where it actually starts getting engaging and interesting. You see this girl here with a mask on. You have the visions of the ink, the sounds just like this, that you have that illusion and the different entities that are within her house. So you're starting to wonder, okay, so cool, now it's really getting started. Then she goes back into her garden. Now you see that the entities have finally taken her over, and now she's realizing that maybe she's more in touch with this entity that she had originally thought. This part right here with the girl standing there, I thought was okay. But this part right here gets actually more engaging in the sense that she starts snapping her fingers, and now she's actually kind of breaking in, right? Because she's lost in this big old forest, she's breaking back in. She realizes that she has power, and she goes back into her home. So now she realizes she has the power, which I thought this was a good part of the story. But just it was interesting. Again, going back to this entity that has the hood over himself with the cut off sleeves, I thought could have been done better. As you can see, there are parts where you do have the distortion and it does add some flavor to it, but the thing is, it doesn't really add a whole lot more to it, which really kind of sucks. You know, it's sections like this where you get the noise going, you have all these weird sections of information and pictures and scenery going on, that it makes you really understand, question what on earth is going on. So in the end, I'm not gonna mess this up for you because I really want you to go back and check out her video, but go into the video, take a look at it, let me know what you think of that video. Was it what you expected? Did it kind of turn you down? And with that, guys, you're watching the Vegas Style.